Catalina and Craig Smoke.
Never forget one time when we were interviewing Earl Campbell, he talked about he could not talk enough about how he thought Robert Brazile was the best player he ever played with in the NFL. He eventually, thank goodness, Robert Brazile, a part of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and tomorrow night inducted into the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. He joins Paul Craig, and I'm David Smoke on 365 Sports. Robert, thank you very much for joining us. What does it mean to be inducted into a state that has hundreds of great athletes over the years, to be inducted into the State Hall of Fame of Texas?
First of all, I want to thank you guys for giving me a shout out. You know, I only played for the Houston Oilers. The Houston Oilers was the only professional team that I played for. So all of my fans and supporters was a part of my success. I mean, these are the people that supported me and was backing me through those 10 graceful years I had to play with the Houston Oilers. So this is more than an honor. I mean, you know, I got some Hall of Fame. I'm not ashamed to say that, but this one means so much to me because these are the people I think that that know me, that love me, and supported me.
Okay, you got to practice against Earl. You didn't have to play against him, but I'm pretty sure it probably took some pops. Who delivered the most punishment in practice between you and him, or was it a pretty even battle?
It's funny you asked me that question because that's part of my speech tomorrow. You know, when Earl first came to the Houston Oilers, I had, you know, played with Walter for the 4 years. And, you know, every day was like first love for me and Walter. Who was going to our show, but it got me ready, kept me sharp, kept me on top of all of my games. So the first time we was out having some pass rushes, some blocking drills, and we went to the offensive against defense. And I went through there and popped her once, bomb blowed the whistle. They called us both over there. He said, Robert. I said, Coach, what's wrong? He said, Robert, the Houston Oilers is not on our schedule. We do not play the Houston Oilers. And if Earl gets hurt, who's going to play running back, Rob? So that was the end of our contact. We had none contact on between me and Earl. So at that one, I'm going to put it in perspective. Earl got the best lick.
That team had so many characters, Robert. You, Dan Pastorini, all of the other ones that were a part of it. Earl, how much fun, I know winning helped too, but how much fun was that locker room and just the camaraderie?
It was so laid back, but when it was time for business, we had a helmet there. When we scrapped up, we was ready to play football. But when you talk about the different people that's in there, you know, everybody was a piece of that puzzle. You know, I think about the Karl Marx. I think about the Leon Graves. I think about the Greg Bingham. I think about the Steve Conner, the Vernon Perry. You know, we all was a part of something that we knew we had a teammate that you could count on, first of all. And we had a fearless leader that let us beat us, let us play football. You know, and so it all ended played out. We just had one little obstacle and was always in Pittsburgh, keeping us from getting to the big dance.
How different was Bum Phillips compared to other coaches that you'd played for in your life?
I think Bum was a player's type of coach for me. You know, somebody that, you know, I think it was more or less a father, you know, more than a coach. You know, if I had any problem on or off the field, Bum would come to you with an honest answer. You know, the type of thing that you wanted to say, man, thank you so much for just being here for me, Coach. I mean, thank you for that answer, Coach. I thank you for putting these guys together. He had, you know, we had a group of guys that really loved, and we loved each other like brothers. You know, and Bob was the key to that thing. You know, he had his son coaching them with, you know, we all just feel like we was Wade brother at the time. You know, we all wanted to work hard.
Robert, what did it mean to you when you got the call? I asked you about the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, and you said thanks to a lot of people. But when you got the call about being added to the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, what do you remember about the call?
It was like Brenda, my wife, right? You know, it's funny. Every time I get a phone call, I mean, riding with her or sitting somewhere in a quiet place. I said, Brenda, you're not going to believe it. I finally made the Texas Hall of Fame. You know, and she know how much it meant for me. And it was like shocking. You know, it's like heartwarming. I mean, you know, I told John McClain I wasn't going to cry on this for this. I cried like a baby when I got the call from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But this was such an honor because, like I told you from the beginning, I only played for the Houston Oilers. All of our true fans was in from Texas. You know, between Dallas and Houston Oilers, we got a lot of fans here.
You played at Jackson State. Back in the day, you know, that school that produced you and Walter Payton, and there were other HBCUs that produced a lot of great names and Pro Football Hall of Famers over the years. And then things kind of just went away. And then there was a lot of smoke around the HBCUs, and they're getting a lot more media coverage, TV coverage, games on TV, the Dion factor. How much has that made you happy that they're getting a little bit more love?
Well, when you know we're in love, and I tell people, I bleed blue. If you cut me, it's blue. All the blue, that Jackson State blue. When you go away from, you see your school make a change. First of all, Dion did so much for my university. I mean, I kudos him. I give praises for all the things that he did because everybody forgot about all the talent that was there. You know, off of my 4 years there, we got three Hall of Famers. Really, everybody keeps forget about Jacket Slater. He's off that team I played with, and all other guys that should get to those rises, but they don't. Leon Gray's a Hall of Fame, I think. You know, but all that praise comes from people like Dion brought us back to the spotlight. Now, all we got to do now is the new coach. I don't know what he's going to do to have the spring game. But I told him I was as bad as I wanted to be there. This meant so much to me to be inducted to the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. I couldn't make it, but I'm pulling for him, and I want all great things to come from my school. And it's going to work out. So all we got to do now is take what Dion left us and build on it.
Yeah, you, Robert Leon Gray's a heck of an example, hell of an offensive lineman in the day. You're already in the you're in the Mississippi State Hall of Fame, of course, from Jackson State. Now the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Is that it? I mean, is this like the trifecta for you, the winning the Triple Crown?
No, I'm actually in the 11th Hall of Fame.
Oh, well, I don't know what that number would be.
Wow.
You
got to count everything in Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the Senior Bowl Hall of Fame.
Okay.
The Mobile Hall of Fame. The Cedar Pritchett Hall of Fame. And the state of Alabama.
Wow.
All right. Let's go to Mississippi. Jackson State. The SWAC. The Black College Hall of Fame. The Black Texas Sports Hall of Fame. I'm in another one out here in Dallas. And the Mississippi Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, is the first one, even though the Pro Football Hall of Fame is monstrous, and even the one like this one, the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, are they all about the same? Are they all the fact that you're being recognized either later than you should have been or not? Are they all just?
Well, it took me 30 years to get in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And almost 35 years to get into the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. And you think about all the great athletes that's out here in Texas. You think about all the great people that have worked. You know, I'm so glad and so proud to be counted in that number. You know, that means so much to me and my family because we actually love the state of Texas. You know, I mean, this is the only place that I made all of my money from was the state of Texas.
Robert Brazile, tomorrow night, will be inducted into the Texas Sports Hall of Fame. Paul?
Robert, you mentioned that all your fans are Texas. You played for the Oilers. Now that the Oilers are in the Titans, are you more like, how do the players of that team lean? Because all your records are technically with them, but the city of Houston is where all your fans are.
Well, in my speech tomorrow, I'm going to give you, the tail end of it's going to be thanking, first of all, Bud Adams. Bud Adams gave me my first professional job. Now, I want to thank his daughter, Amy Adams Crutch, who has kept and took in my team, the Houston Oilers. We are now a part of the Titans. We had our second homecoming or reunion with the Titans, and I'm in the Ring of Honor in Nashville. So I tell everybody I was born an Oiler, but I'm a die Titan.
There you go. It's part of the change in the NFL. What did did you know all the words to "Love You Blue" back in the day when the Oilers were so good?
Love you blue. Yeah, that music. I mean, the fans. But you got to learn it's the sound and the reaction from the fans because of what you're doing on the field.
Yep.
They are really it's a part of what you are doing to make that feel and sound good to everybody that was in the Astrodome.
People in the chat room, we have a chat room we're on YouTube, the TV part of it, and they're saying, what a great man, a gentleman. Some people probably don't have as much teeth today because they ran into Robert Brazile on the football field. So for those that don't know, not only you, but Lem Barney, a great player. Harold Jackson, the wide receiver. And there's Walter Payton.
Should be in the Hall of Fame. Harold Jackson. Should be there also.
Jackie Slater. Jackie Slater's in the Hall of Fame. Man.
I'm going to tell you something else that we hold. You know that Jackson State holds an interception record that would never be broken.
No, I don't know.
Remember we played San Diego Chargers. We in the playoff game. Vernon Perry did 4 interceptions in the playoff game. And he blocked a field goal.
Wow.
And the cool thing about that, we all kidding. We got ran down by Mike Fuller, which was, we say, you got a white boy catch you.
Oh, that's awesome. Robert, we met you when the Houston hosted the Super Bowl. They've done it a few times, but they hosted it. We had you. We were on with you. Yes. We got to know you. We had you when you were announced as a Pro Football Hall of Famer. You're a class act, man. I got to introduce him a couple years ago at the golf tournament. He came. It was right after the golf tournament, and I had to do it because he had just been announced for the Hall of Fame. I had to do Roberts up big. I couldn't just be like, "Hey, Robert Brazile, get next in line." You have to like drum it up. Yeah. When you just, we were like 6 weeks out of the announcements or 2 months, so it was very exciting. Yeah.
And it's very exciting to hear you guys. And like I tell everybody, if you need me, call me. The answer is yes, unless I'm busy. Call me anytime. I'm do anything that y'all need me to do, man. Thanks for this. And to all my Texas fans, I am so proud and so humbled that the state of Texas are putting in this Hall of Fame. It means so much to me. I'm not going to cry. I'm keep my tears in my eyes and just walk around with a smile and a big wide chest.
Well, Robert, I'll be there tomorrow evening. I'm so thrilled for you, and it is you earned it. Long time coming. Look forward to it. Thank you so much for giving us time and a little reminiscing, and congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
You too. Robert Brazile, Pro Football Hall of Famer in 11 different Hall of Fames, including now tomorrow night officially into the Texas Sports Hall of Fame.